guys? Welcome to episode 2 of my Fire Room Let's Play. And I welcome you back. If you watched my last one and you remembered, I talked about mainly the weapons triangle and the difference between Sane and Kent. And today I'm mainly going to be talking about Pegasus Knights and Archers when we get to that chapter. Quick note of apology though. I realized I kind of went over this time on the time limit, so what I ended up doing was deleting some of the really bad scenes, and I wanted to leave you guys some storyline dialogue, but it ended up making it far too long, so I cut most of it out and some of the tutorial parts out. But something that the game wants to tell you at this point is that you should, at any point possible, you should visit homes, because they might give out good stuff. And what I mean by good stuff is maybe equipment, money, healing items, etc. And that's pretty much what this chapter teaches you. And you see that new terrain area right there. That's a fortress in this game. And what that does is you get a really high defense bonus and dodge bonus. And as an added bonus, if you leave any units inside the fortress, you'll end up healing, I forget what the amount was, but maybe 10% or so of your maximum HP back every time. So it's something to watch out for when you're playing these types of missions. And what you can see right now, it's nothing different. I'm just clearing out the area of enemies and respecting the weapon triangle. I'm using swords to take down the bandits. Now, something you might notice that's a little different, if you look at the wall, you'll notice that one tile is cracked. Now, what you'll see me doing here with the knights, or cavaliers in this case, is that I'm going to take them and bust down this wall in order to go in for the attack. And I'm taking Lynn towards the front because the cavaliers on their horses can't pass the mountain range, and in hindsight I probably should have just had her move along with the cavaliers, but oh well, it's already recorded. So I just busted down that wall there, and what you see me doing now is I'm gonna go for that bandit with Kent, and gosh darn it, if he can only deal one more point of damage on these attacks, I could have just one-shotted him, but oh well, he's gonna die anyway. And that ends my turn. You see the opponent taking his turn now. He's going to go for Sane because he's trying to take advantage of the weapon triangle, but to no avail, because Sane not only dodges it but also hits him with a lower hit percentage. One square short. I'm pretty sure, yes, I'm just going to park her there. And if I remember correctly, I'm going to go for the boss now. Yes, I will go for the boss. He's down to 9 HP. I think I'm just gonna finish him off with Kent here. And if you guys can tell, I'm doing all this commentary post gameplay because I want to do it live, but my computer starts lagging whenever I do try to record the gameplay and commentary. So I'd rather bring it to you like kind of synced, you know, because what happens if the mission's only like 6 minutes long and I ended up recording 10 minutes of commentary while I'm doing all this, so bear with me, guys. 8 damage, whatever. This guy's gonna get bodied this well, the next turn anyway. And what am I doing there? It's always hilarious to watch these afterwards and be like, what was I doing? Was I spacing out? Why didn't I just kill him, you know? And yep, that's it. I'm gonna make a beeline for the throne now and end this chapter and move on to the next one. And you're gonna see I get a really nice item for Lynn at the end of this chapter. New sword, sweet. You guys aren't gonna see it in the next chapter though, even though it's so darn sexy. The bonuses. But here we are, chapter 3. And in this one, you get 2 new characters. If you notice right there, you get a flying unit called a Pegasus Knight, and I'm about to get an archer in a few minutes. Sorry guys, no theme music. So, as the name suggests, he's an archer, and what archers do is really unique at this point in the game because they can hit 2 squares away, and nobody else can do that quite yet until you get 2 space attack weapons for them. And now for the Pegasus Knight, exactly like she's named. Well, not named, but exactly what it sounds like. She has flight abilities, so she can fly over walls, houses, etc., etc., oceans when you get to that point. And she can pretty much park anywhere that's not super high mountain range, if I remember correctly. But one thing you do want to make sure is that your Pegasus Knight never gets in reach of an archer, because archers get like a double attack bonus against them or something. So an attack that would regularly deal, let's say, 7 damage to any other unit would deal 14 against a Pegasus Knight, or any flying unit for that matter. So he tries to hit me there. Boom! I'm the Juggernaut, bitch, and I don't take any damage. Yada 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 yada. I thought I skipped all these. Anyway, there you see me checking the houses again, and I think I get 2,000 gold here. Yep, I do. And they pretty much give it to you for you to buy new equipment with. But I honestly say at this point, you're still fine with the equipment you keep. I mean, for goodness sake, I think Sane still has like 30 uses on his sword or whatever. So I personally don't think you guys need to buy any new weapons at this point. I honestly say just keep it. Keep it just in case you need it, you know. But if I remember correctly, you don't get to carry your stuff over onto the next part of the quest. So at the end of Lynn's quest, you guys should spend up that money and get better equipment. But that's beyond the point. We'll cover that when we get there. As you can see now, Sane's tanking this really well, no doubt. Thanks to the fact that he's in the forest terrain. And that archer you saw a second ago, it isn't his day. He's not hitting him at all. He's dealing 0 points of damage. But I'm not complaining. Something I do want to do, it's just, this is my personal feeling on them, but archers, they're not very good in my opinion. They can only attack, well, they can attack, 2 squares away, but if an enemy gets into melee range and starts attacking them, they have no way to counterattack. Absolutely none. So I don't know, and they're pretty fragile when you can get into melee range. So I personally feel that after you get, maybe when you get better units, they're not that usable. I don't know. It might just be me. This is why the Nomad's considered to be a little bit better, because as you can see, what you're gonna see, I apologize, but what you're gonna see later when we get a Nomad, if I actually bothered to level him, is that the Nomad upon promotion gets he gets swords in addition to bow attacks. So that's something to think about if you're really into archer units. It's not my style though, so I'm more of a more of a melee kind of guy, but that's me. There's not much to say here, because I think, yeah, right there I screwed up. You're gonna see later I screwed up. Right now I'm checking all the ranges and everything, and this is where I screw up right here. I attack him, and that leaves me. I was trying to get EXP for Florina, but I ended up cockblocking her, and I'm not gonna be able to kill the archer like I wanted to this turn, if I remember correctly. So I have to make do with what I can do. And he dodges, unbelievable. 79 hit percentage. Come on, this game's so rigged. You can see there, Sane doesn't have that much HP, but it's not like they can actually kill him at this point anyway. 66 hit percentage. You guys know me. I don't like 66, so I'm just gonna go for the kill on the bandit here. Well, that's much better than the last level up we saw in chapter 1 now, wasn't it? 2 stat ups. Pfft. And what I do here is I follow my policy. I keep my Pegasus Knight the hell away from archers, because once you get in that range, that's it. You might as well be flying a dead unit. 0 damage, Juggernaut. Juggernaut MP40 for anybody who's played Call of Duty World at War. And I missed that attack. This game is so unbelievable. So I can't get the experience I wanted Florina to get. I'm just gonna finish him off right there. And you see that little building that Lynn is next to? That's where you would have, if I decided to spend my money, right there. If I decided to spend my money, I would have actually, gone there and spent my money. Redundancy. But it's like I said, your equipment is still good. You might actually, yes, you're gonna need to use it if you're playing hard mode, because they don't give Sane that iron sword to, in the first chapter, like they did in here. .37 hit percentage. Come on, buddy. You know better than that. And what I did here is I cut out a bit of extra dialogue. I wanted to give you guys a bit of a treat, but apparently I couldn't, because I would have ran over time. The dialogue's not with Will, it's with Lynn. So that pretty much concludes episode 2 of my Fire Emblem Let's Play. Next time, if I remember correctly, we'll be covering an axe user, which he's not that good, to be honest with you, but that's next time. Thanks for putting up with my horrible commentary, everybody, and I will see you guys next time.